It started with a headline that stunned both the sports world and Hollywood. Former NFL star Mark Sanchez, once the Golden Boy of the New York Jets and now a familiar face on Fox Sports, was rushed to the hospital in Indianapolis after a violent stabbing in the early hours of October 4, 2025. Police confirmed he's in stable condition, but the news sent shockwaves through social media, leaving fans desperate for answers. How did a routine night turn into a near-fatal incident for one of football's most recognizable voices? But behind this headline is a story that blends Hollywood glamour, NFL fame, unexpected twists, and a love story years in the making. Because Mark Sanchez isn't just a broadcaster, he's married to a Hollywood actress whose own life reads like a movie script. Before the headlines and the breaking news updates, Mark Sanchez had already carved out a name that millions recognized. Once a top draft pick for the New York Jets, he entered the NFL with sky-high expectations and quickly became one of the most talked-about young quarterbacks in the league. His early seasons were filled with playoff runs, intense media coverage, and the kind of spotlight usually reserved for pop stars. When his playing days ended, Sanchez didn't fade quietly. He seamlessly stepped into broadcasting, joining Fox as an NFL analyst and commentator. His sharp insight and easy charisma turned him into a regular face on Sunday broadcasts, bridging the gap between the locker room and the living room. To many, he's the charming ex-QB who made it big off the field. But what most people didn't know is that, behind the cameras, there's someone equally captivating standing right beside him. An actress with her own rising star and a story that intertwines with his in surprising ways. Enter Perry Mattfeld, a name that fans of Shameless and In the Dark instantly recognize. She's not just another actress. She's someone who built her career through grit, talent, and unforgettable roles that earned her a loyal following across Hollywood and beyond. Long before she was making headlines alongside an NFL star, Perry was busy lighting up screens with her sharp performances. But what makes her story with Mark so striking is how fate seemed to weave their lives together long before they ever met. Both were born at the same hospital. Both are Hispanic. Both walked the halls of USC. And as Perry once joked in an interview, the coincidences just kept piling up. Their paths finally crossed in Chicago. She was filming Shameless, and he was playing for the Bears at the time. Two rising stars, one in Hollywood, the other on the field, suddenly found themselves in the same city, at the same time, with a connection that felt oddly inevitable. Perry wasn't just the woman behind the man. By the time they met, she had already established herself as a recognizable face in the industry, building a fan base that adored her for her authenticity and range. When their worlds collided, it wasn't a one-sided love story. It was the merging of two powerful public lives. The Hollywood actress and the NFL icon, their love story didn't start with glitz and glamour. It began with a simple introduction. In 2017, mutual friend and former Jets player Scotty McKnight brought Mark and Perry together. What followed wasn't a whirlwind romance, but something slower, more deliberate. At the time, their worlds were miles apart. Perry was filming In the Dark in Toronto, spending years on set for the hit series, while Mark was still in the thick of his NFL career. Their relationship became a lesson in patience, surviving through distance, busy schedules, and two demanding professions. It took 6 years before Mark finally proposed. After a year-long engagement, the couple tied the knot on May 28, 2023, and their wedding was nothing short of cinematic. Held at a breathtaking 16th-century colonial monastery in Oaxaca, Mexico, it blended history, culture, and deep emotion. One of the most moving moments came when Mark's son, Daniel, walked down the aisle with their rings. As he reached the altar, guests rose to their feet in applause. Daniel didn't just hand over the rings. He took his place beside his father as a groomsman, a powerful symbol of family unity that left everyone in tears, Perry later told People magazine that reading their vows with Daniel by their side was so special. And Mark admitted that the wave of emotion hit him like a freight train. Tears of joy, gratitude, and love that he couldn't hold back. Just months before the shocking Indianapolis incident, Perry Mattfeld was glowing in a very different kind of spotlight. In a Glamour interview published on September 30th, she opened up about the couple's newest chapter, welcoming twin daughters in March. For fans who had followed her career, the news wasn't entirely out of the blue. Back in February, Perry posted a stunning photo to Instagram, leaning casually against a palm tree, her pregnancy in full bloom. Her caption read, "Biggest surprise yet. Setano." Twin mom, a moment that melted hearts across social media and marked the beginning of a whole new era for the couple. Their growing family isn't just picture perfect, it's a blend of Hollywood sparkle and real-life connection. Mark's son, Daniel, who played such a meaningful role at their wedding, has been part of this new chapter as well, helping form what Perry once described as their little dream team. In her interviews, Perry radiated warmth when talking about balancing her career, motherhood, and marriage. Filming schedules, media attention, and the pressures of fame haven't dimmed her joy. Instead, she spoke about the emotional highs of motherhood and the unique bond she shares with Mark as they navigate this next stage together. A modern Hollywood sports family that seemed to have it all. Then, everything changed in a single night. In the early morning hours of October 4th, 2025, Indianapolis police responded to a violent disturbance near Senate Avenue and West Washington Street. According to the official report, the incident involved two adult men and was not a random attack. It was a physical altercation that suddenly escalated. By the time authorities arrived, Mark Sanchez had sustained multiple stab wounds. Initially listed in critical condition, he was rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment. Detectives quickly began piecing together what happened, reviewing video footage and interviewing witnesses on the scene. Both men received medical attention, and the case is now headed to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office for charging decisions. While the police statement didn't name Sanchez directly, it matched every detail of the incident. When contacted, Fox Sports confirmed the news, releasing a statement expressing deep gratitude to the medical team for their exceptional care and asking the public to respect Mark and his family's privacy during his recovery. The sports world and Hollywood community were left stunned. Just days earlier, Perry had been giving interviews about their twins, their family, their future. Now, the couple was facing an entirely different kind of spotlight. One filled with fear, uncertainty, and unanswered questions. Within hours of the police statement, the story exploded across the internet. TMZ was the first to break the news, followed closely by the New York Post, both citing sources close to law enforcement. Social media lit up almost instantly. Speculation ran wild. Some wondered if the altercation was a case of mistaken identity, while others theorized about personal disputes or late-night misunderstandings. But the truth is, as of now, no official details have been released about what exactly triggered the confrontation. All that's clear is that it wasn't random, and it left one of football's most recognizable figures fighting to recover. For fans, the emotional whiplash was intense. Just months ago, they were celebrating Mark and Perry's fairy tale wedding in Oaxaca and the birth of their twins. Now, they were refreshing news feeds, praying for updates from hospital rooms instead of red carpets. The contrast was almost surreal. Hollywood romance and NFL fame suddenly colliding with a violent, mysterious headline. But beyond the chaos, beyond the speculation, their story is layered with real love, Hollywood magic, and unexpected twists that no one saw coming. Mark Sanchez and Perry Mattfeld's story is a reminder of how quickly life in the public eye can shift. One moment, they're living a modern fairy tale, an NFL icon, and a Hollywood actress building a family, blending two powerful worlds into one. The next, they're facing an unpredictable tragedy under the brightest and often harshest spotlight. Their journey has always been about more than fame. It's about two people from different arenas finding common ground, building a life together through distance, love, and shared dreams. And now, as they navigate this shocking turn, that same resilience will be tested in ways they never imagined. As fans, it's easy to get caught up in the headlines and speculation, but at the heart of this story are real people, parents, partners, and a family facing something deeply personal. So while the world waits for answers, they deserve space, respect, and support. What do you think about this unexpected chapter in their story? Share your thoughts below, respectfully. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-time updates and untold celebrity stories that go beyond the headlines.